This podcast discusses true crime, which may entail violence and other material intended for a mature audience. Listener discretion is advised. Hey, welcome back to A Little Wicked on YouTube. My name is Kayla, for those of you who have not seen our other videos. I am one of the co-hosts of a podcast called A Little Wicked, and on A Little Wicked we talk about true crime, missing persons, unsolved mysteries, cryptids, urban legends, conspiracies, cults, everything in that umbrella. So today we're going to be talking about an unsolved murder of Blair Adams. So Robert Dennis Blair Adams was born December 2nd, 1964 and lived in Surrey, British Columbia. As an adult, he worked as a foreman for his stepfather's construction company, SS Cedar Homes. In late 1995, he came home from a construction project in Frankfurt, Germany, where he met his girlfriend. His girlfriend noted him to be a gentleman, but other workers on the site said he was abrasive and confrontational, often getting into fights with others. In the summer of 1996, people had started to notice that something was wrong with Blair. He had started showing some strange behaviors, such as leaving his AA meetings, as he was a recovering alcoholic and was 2 years sober, and he started leaving his construction job site unlocked and abruptly quit without collecting his final paycheck. He had also told his girlfriend that he feared violence from former co-workers who had returned from Germany, and he told his mother that someone was spreading rumors about him. However, nothing was specified as to what was being said or by whom. By July 1996, Blair was convinced that someone was trying to kill him and he needed a way to get out of town. So he went to the bank and withdrew everything he had and paid $1,700 to a travel agency for a round trip to Frankfurt, Germany. People thought this was odd, as his girlfriend was not expecting him to visit, so unsure as to why he was going to Germany. And it wouldn't matter anyway, since the same day he got the tickets, he requested a refund, saying the person he was going to see had gotten sick. He then attempted to drive onto a ferry from Victoria to Seattle, Washington, but was denied entry by immigration officials for traveling with a large amount of money and valuables, as it had made him look like he was a drug smuggler. He had also lied about his history over drug and assault offenses, so he was then sent back to Canada. The next day, right before dawn, he had attempted to walk across the Pacific Highway point of entry that connected Surrey with Blaine, Washington. Immigration had noticed small scratches on his arms and legs and thought he looked similar to a suspected car thief. It's unsure if he stole a car or not, or if he just happened to look like the actual car thief. A blue car had been stolen from Vancouver and found near the point Blair was attempting to cross. They, however, did not have any evidence to hold him, so they released him back to Canada. Blair then drove his car to Vancouver Airport, switching his car for a Nissan Altima rental, and made it across the border with that. Now, once he was at the airport in Seattle, he bought an overnight one-way flight to Washington, D.C. and arrived there on July 10th. And from D.C., he rented a Toyota Camry and drove to Knoxville, Tennessee, which is roughly a 7-hour drive. He got into Tennessee by 5:30 p.m., stopping at a gas station in the area of Strawberry Plains Pike, where he claimed his car wouldn't start because he was using the Nissan key instead of the Toyota key. He had help from a garage who told him to check his pockets for the key, but he just refused to. The repairman dropped Blair off at the Fairfield Inn while the car was towed to the garage. Later on, the driver would tell detectives that Blair, quote, didn't appear to be on drugs, but his mind wasn't functioning correctly for some reason, end quote. He made it to the hotel lobby, where surveillance cameras showed him entering and exiting the lobby 5 times within a 40-minute period, before finally going to check in and paying $100 for his room, and left the desk without collecting his change. The clerk said he had appeared agitated and paranoid, as if he was expecting someone who wasn't actually there. It was later discovered that he never actually entered his room. And early the following morning, on July 11th, 2 construction workers had found what appeared to be a sleeping man at the site of their hotel that was under construction. Upon closer investigation, it was actually the body of Blair Adams, with thousands of dollars in Canadian, American, and German money spread all around him and in his pockets. His leather fanny pack was lying nearby, unzipped, with 5-ounce gold bars, gold and platinum coins, and jewelry. The key for the Toyota was nearby, along with the hotel key card, shoes, and socks. His pants were removed like someone else had pulled them down, and one shoe was lying under his head. His autopsy had shown that he was beaten to death, dying of septic shock from the stomach rupturing. He had tufts of hair missing, and one long strand of hair was caught in between his fingers. He may have actually also been sexually assaulted. No weapon was found near the body. He did not have any drugs or alcohol in his system, and he had no previous history of mental illness. There was a duffel bag near his body that had a plane ticket and rental car receipts, which is how police knew his trail. There weren't any witnesses, only a security guard from another hotel heard a woman scream at around 3 a.m. that morning. The only theory that police had to go on was that this was potentially a sex act gone wrong, as the truck stop nearby was known to attract sex workers and clients. Blair Adams was 31 when he had died, and his death is still a mystery to this day. And that is the story of Blair Adams. It's unsure as to what really happened to him, if he was actually being followed, if the person that he thought was following him actually got to him, if this was a completely separate act in and of itself. It's unknown. It's an unsolved mystery. If you guys have heard of this case, comment below what you think happened or anything like that. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to our channel, and you'll get more content. If you want to listen to our podcast, we are on Apple, Spotify, and anywhere that you listen to podcasts. We have more episodes other than the ones that I go over on YouTube. These are just kind of like bonus material. And there's also more discussion between my co-host Lexi and I. So that's all for today. Bye.